Hi, it's here. Okay, I did not expect it, and also sorry for having so high up. That's my Silvia Moreno Garcia shelf, so I really wanted to have that in the background. I did not think I was going to be able to do this because I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you all this, and then I'm going to go get ready for that concert. I just finished eating too. Ooh, this is lovely. Oh, hold on. I said I was going to turn on more lights, right? Since I'm facing a different direction, I turn on both the lights on the sides. But anyway, here is, she is so pretty. I love this blue. And if you want to see what the original looks like, here you go. Oh wow, very different. Oh no, they are the same size. Okay. Here you go, and then the backs. She knew well enough that there was indeed something wicked in her blood. This is beautiful. And then the spines. And then the original has nothing. And I don't think I had anything on the cover. Yeah, nothing on the cover too. So of course I was very excited. Owlcrate said they were gonna do an edition, and I just used my points to be honest. Ooh, okay. And then we have, oh, it's an alternate color variation. Keeping with the blue here. Back then, when I was a young woman, there were still wishes. I love, that's like the opening line of the book, and I absolutely love it. Oh, and again, just, it really is the same one, just a color variation. Very cool. I love that. Okay, and then, oh, it has like that very matte feel. Very nice. But we have beautiful. Of course, it's a heart. This is one of the books I read during spooky season, and it was so good. There's a darkness that wants to swallow you, but you must not let it. Again, I feel like the typography is not that great. I feel like they do a decent job here with like that N, but also I'm not a typographer. I'm not a graphic artist or anything. I do like this though. I really do like this. Oh, the locket. I remember there's something to do with the locket. Okay. And then we have digital edges on all the sides. Beautiful. Okay, I get why these are the end papers. They're very glossy, not really crazy about that. We have an author letter, and it's signed. I really love how it's written like that. So good. I love this. And this tip-in is actually put in nicely, unlike you saw my earlier Star Bright. Yeah, the end paper is the same. I should have got a little bit more with that though. Afterward, oh, Owlcrate exclusive bonus concept, birds and magic. So I guess we have like a little essay. See, that's something cool I like. But I want to point out that there is an afterword, but like the afterword is like actually part of the story. It's like the narrator, the protagonist. I think. No, I lied. It is actually the author speaking for herself. I lied. I'm pretty sure this is a new thing in the original too. But see the afterword? But let me double check. Epilogue. Yeah, there's an afterword in the original. Okay. But yeah, very cool. I'm very happy. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna display. Oh no, how did this get wet? So random. I once saw a reel that said homeownership is just finding ways that water will new and different ways that water will destroy your house. And I live in fear. I'm just like, there's nothing wet here. No water, like what? My cup is like all the way on the other side of the house. See, it's wet again. What the heck? You can see a drop ball, right? So weird. But yeah, I don't know what to do because I really love how I have, and how I'm gonna get on my little ladder. It's not a fancy ladder, so you won't see it. because here's my little Moreno Garcia. Silvia, sorry, I don't want to say Silvia. Silvia Moreno Garcia collection that I would love to add more to, but it's kind of expensive to buy the hardcovers now. Oh, and also, this is probably the closest to Mexican Gothic stylistically. I still do love this, except for there's one part, and if you know, you know. It's just, ooh. I know some people just, it completely turned them off from the whole book. My best friend and I, we adored everything else. We just were just like, oh, we're so squeamish on that part. But stylistically, this is the closest to Mexican Gothic, I would say. It is its own different, completely different story. It actually takes place here, I want to say in Maine. But yeah, because now it's gonna look so different. I don't want like two of the same, you know? So I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just like leave it like that. I don't know. What do you think? I did. My husband on Sunday went with my father-in-law to IKEA. I was like, I'm gonna stay home because my father is coming in April and we're hosting him, so we're getting a real bed for the guest bedroom. I was like, can you get me like a small bookcase for behind me in the desk? So in the office behind my desk. And so they went, and then they got the bed stuff, and then he's like, oh, I have to get a bookcase for Crystal, and then his father was just like, another one? So I'm gonna be like redoing a lot of things here and taking out like the books that I'm just keeping because they're pretty, but I don't really like them, and I don't want that, like, I want my books like this to be a curated set. But I mean, that is still curated, but like, I mean, I don't know, maybe I can have like, I don't know, what do you think? I need some ideas here. I do have one shelf because we do have bookcases in the office already. They're in like one corner. It's mostly my husband's stuff and then like my college textbooks and stuff. And like when I say my husband's stuff, he basically just reads textbooks and manuals. But then I do have like one shelf of like repeats of books, and like maybe I could put that there, but it's mostly like, it's like, I love, this is also my Silvia Moreno Garcia, my Olivia Blake shelf. Gifted and Talented, I really love it. But I like the Fairy Loot edition more. I literally like do the other side because I love the original one. I don't like the cover, and the Owlcrate one is signed, so I kept it. I just looked at, it just weren't pretty. I wasn't crazy about the cover. I don't even remember what the cover was, but I'm sure I wasn't crazy about it. So I just like left it in the other room just because it's like just a trophy, I guess. And like I could sell it, I guess, but I don't think a lot of people like the book, which is crazy. Alright, that was a 5-star read for me. And I'm sorry, this is like an unboxing, and now I'm just like talking. If I ever finish editing, these are how my vlogs are. If I ever finish editing. But yeah, so I would just love some inspiration of what you think I should do, because I really want, like, I don't know. I mean, I get these bookshelves are also really tough because these are like my favorites. Like all the books here are books that I absolutely adore. Which is why if you saw one of my earlier videos, I said like I have books 1 and 2 for the Travis Baldry, and the third one is like over yonder because I still do have the Emily Wilds together. They just look too pretty, okay? One of these days I'm gonna do a shelf tour. A lot of people are very impressed. Everybody's impressed when they go into this room. They're just like, what? But I just ruined my fairy lights. I sat on it and it pulled off, and they were done in series, not parallel. So it killed them, and I forgot to order a new one. Anyway, enough of me talking. Let me know, have you read The Bewitching? It has my endorsement of saying it's in the same vein as Mexican Gothic, but it's not gross. I promise, it's not gross. And I would even give it a tag of supporting women's rights and their wrongs, almost. Not quite to the extent of the eye one. I forgot the one by the Korean author. I can't remember her name. I can't remember, like, the eyes are the best part. Not to that extent. No. Yeah, no. I don't want to say more, there's spoilers, but no. But it was it was really good. It's also, it kind of is a little bit like a unreliable narrator, not because you can't trust the narrator, but the narrator can't trust her own, like, what's happening to her, because it takes place in what's supposed to be like our world. So it's like, oh, you know, like none of these supernatural things, like, and supernatural things don't exist, so why am I seeing this? Except, you know, her grandmother's stories always start with, when I was a young woman, there was witches. So and it's also like one of those stories I really love that's like in 3 different timelines. You have the present day, which is actually like the early 90s, so there's no cell phones. We have mixtapes. It's really cool for that too. We have the grandmother and like a haunting or a bewitching that happened to her. And the reason why the protagonist, so she's from Mexico and she's doing, I want to say, her PhD in a college in Maine. And her dissertation is like about this woman who was who wrote this like really good horror story that took place in Maine. And she's just like, I feel like there's more to her story. And so she was trying to figure it out. And it's not that woman's timeline per se, or it kind of is. I mean, it is her timeline. I don't think it's her narrating, or maybe it is her narrating. I can't remember. But yeah, it's really good, and it's very atmospheric. She has her Spotify playlist, which if you want to do a Spotify playlist, she got you, because I feel like she's the OG with the Spotify playlist, in my opinion. So yeah, I hope if you haven't read it, you do read it. It's a great October read. I was gonna say November, but no, it's a good October read. Yeah. And now I have a second copy, and I don't want to get rid of the first because those are all like the first ones. That one's actually from Goldsboro. I splurged. I didn't splurge for anymore. I wish I could. Anyway, enough of me blabbing. That's all for now. I hope to see you soon, and yeah, let me know. Do you guys like Silvia Moreno Garcia? Like, I can go on about her. Like, I could just devote a whole video on her. Do you want to hear that? Even though those are only books I have read 3 other ones, 2 that I do want to buy. The 3rd one I don't want to buy that book. It's obviously of Gods and of Jade Gods. I don't remember, but that one, the YA one, the one that got her really big. And then These Dark Things, I think it is, the one that takes place in Mexico City with vampires. That was really good, and I read that when I was in Mexico City, and it was just like, oh my god, it was very surreal going to some of the places that are in the book. And then the 3rd one, I forgot what it was. It was like magical realism. I didn't like it. I can't remember what it was. That was not reminded me a lot about like Water for Chocolate, but nothing at all. Just I guess the vibes, because like the time period it was in class. But okay, enough of me yapping. I do want to buy the first 2. Eventually I will, because I want to buy them in hard copies. And I don't know if they sell like the original hard copies anymore. I think you can leave them in paperback, which makes me very sad, because I have hard copies. They're my trophies. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna shut up. If you made it this far, thank you for just listening to me blabber. That just means you love books as much as I do, or you love talking about books and hearing about books, and that makes my little heart sing. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I gotta go ready for a concert. Bye.